All right, everyone. We're back here in the 77 El Camino. So this video is a long time in the making. I started filming parts of this at least 8 months ago. So many projects going on in this garage. I've got 6 or 8 different videos that are a breath away from being finished, and this was one of them. So, knocked the windshield out long before you saw a lot of these other videos, and finally got it back in. So anyways, here's a culmination of some of the stuff I did. I lost some of the videos, I didn't take some of the videos, but I saved so many of them on my phone, I figured I might as well put them together. So, enjoy. Figured it was just on the front, passenger driver, but this is gonna be miserable. You see sunlight through there? Yeah, this is supposed to be metal. Here. Great. Grand. Oh, fudge. This gets worse and worse. Folks, we're gonna try pulling this windshield out here. Got our little insertion tool, cable, these things. I'd put you on a tripod and show you what I'm doing here, but I left the tripod at the other garage, so we'll just touch base whenever I get this thing most of the way out. Well, I didn't even make it down this one side and broke it. Lovely. All right, this isn't working, folks. I've been at this for about 30 minutes with this stupid little wire, and I got it from about here. Not even up to here. I actually didn't get around the bend. I've snapped the wire 4 times. So I've got a new idea. That's actually working pretty good. So stay tuned. Hot diggity dog, I needed a comb. Oh yeah. Windshields actually roll up pretty nice. It's kind of like folding a tortilla, but it's really crunchy. She's out. It's actually substantially quicker than using that other thing, but naturally I get that you can't do that on a car that isn't in this shitty of condition. So let's vacuum all this stuff out, get the big pieces. This top window rail was actually in really good shape. Oh, I broke that trim. Oh well, who cares? Oh, this is gonna need a lot of work. So let's get this vacuumed out so we can get started on that, weld some patch panels in, start throwing some fiberglass over it. Okay, she's out. This door's driving me nuts since that stupid roller broke. Yeah, not great, folks. Not great. And you can tell somebody already bondoed it years ago, which makes it tricky to weld anything because my solid surface here isn't steel. Oh, this is gonna suck. There's gonna be a lot of fiberglass in this. The connection to the antenna was there. I don't know how this just miraculously popped out. We'll try getting that out. And we gotta start laying something down on here because it's gonna take days in between stuff drying. But I guess I'll finish getting this off. Ah, right in the face. Finish getting that off. And then we'll go from there. So here's what I'm doing. I don't know if it's right or wrong. This is my template. I'm bending pieces of aluminum flashing because they're easy to manipulate. And then I'm taking steel, leftover steel from these floor pans, bending them in the same pattern as these plates, cleaning this up, welding them in, just tacking them, then fiberglass, 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 Bondo fiberglass, and go from there. I started on that side already. We'll see how it holds. So this is all patched up. That's pretty good. Paint's drying a little bit, but it's solid. Oh, I didn't get any on my hands. Hell of a lot better than it was. Some rough spots in the center, but I didn't even do much with the center. That was how it was fixed before. So get that antenna fixed on the windshield, and this is ready to put back in. So don't mind the wind here, but this is all in now, as good as I want to get. I got to put the VIN tag back on. I painted it silver, but we're solid steel, fiberglass, and then I topped the fiberglass with kitty hair fiberglass. So there's a few spots that aren't great, but it's behind the windshield. Some of these are just runs. That's just a run in the paint I put on it. Anyways, this part I didn't give two shits about because it's hidden. Next step, fixing the wires on that windshield, and then getting her put in once this weather warms up. Well, the windshield is in months later since the last 2 seconds of video you watched. This wasn't that big of a problem if I would have done it right. But as we were putting it in, I set the bottom of it here and just covered this whole thing, and then this all with the urethane. So that was terrible. My hands will never, they're not as bad as they were, but will probably never be completely white again. And my little thing that I fixed down there for the antenna broke off, but you know what? It is what it is. So next step is to put these clippy-doos on. I took some steel wool to that trim. Let's see if the trim will fit, and hopefully have a windshield. So these clips aren't too bad. I hope I got the right ones. We'll find out. Essentially, there are these little tits like this right here. Not unlike the ones that hold the rocker moldings on. Just an eye loop. You put that in, take a screwdriver and jam it up. So let's put all these in. 2 out of 3 pieces on. Snaps in pretty nice, actually. I am glad I got the rest of that crap off of the top here, because you would have seen it. Let's get this last piece on. I tried smacking it with a hammer. It was giving me grief. And put a little whiskey dent in it, but it just matches the rest of the car. Let's finish her up. All right, everything in. This is back in. Just need to put the wipers on, and we're good to go. One last thing on the list. Well, that's gonna do it for the video on this windshield. Sorry I didn't have videos of actually putting the windshield in. It was kind of a pain, just because I waited months to have a second set of hands here at the right time to do it. And then with the cure time and trying to set it in and mark it, and then I screwed it up when I put it in and got sealant everywhere. So yeah, wasn't a good opportunity to videotape it, but it's in now. Hopefully more videos for this car coming shortly. The engine and the tunnel rammer here. I am waiting to finish these trusses on this side. I don't want this car to be stuck where it's at when I have to put those in. And those are waiting on a rebate from Menards. So whenever trusses come in, then this car can move, then this car can go back in. And then we can do an engine and a transmission swap, and then we're ready to rock and roll. So anyways, you know the usual stuff. Like, subscribe, keep following. There's more junk in here. That's got a video coming soon. That's got a video coming soon. That's got a video coming soon. Anyways, see you on the next project.